What's up?
Snuck up on it.
Cal, Calipari just said they had a players-only meeting after the LSU game. You traditionally have not been real impressed with players-only meetings.
Don't want to know, don't care. Let's play. It's always about what we do on the court, preparing to go to war, understanding that the other team is excited to play you. That's all what this comes down to.
Is it significant to you who called it that Alex grabbed everybody and pulled them into his room?
You're telling me stuff I don't know because I don't care enough. All I want to see is that we're prepared to play and that we're understanding that the other team is absolutely excited to play you. And you have to be excited and energetic and passionate. That's how you have to play basketball.
Is it a problem to be essentially in February and still teaching that stuff?
Never had a team this young. Youngest team I've ever had. I wish they would have changed right away, but it's more how they think than trying to change just sole basketball habits.
Are you?
You know, their emotion is tied to their play. If they're playing bad and we're playing really good, they're really sad. If we're playing bad and they're playing really good, they're very happy. It's just that they're tying, and they know they're doing it, and they're trying to change. It's not that it's not being addressed. It's just a hard thing to crack. You have to be more into your team than how you're playing. You have to bring us great energy and passion. Play for your team more than yourself. That's a hard one when you got a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds.
Have you seen enough of the slow starts and some of the other guys coming off the bench playing well that you want to shake that lineup up or no?
Might, but, you know, again, I can sub a guy 4 seconds in. I can look, okay, you're out. I can do that. I mean, who starts doesn't matter unless you're leaving him in the game 5 minutes. So, guard players really good. Their inside people are very role-oriented. They do what they're supposed to do. The big kid sets great screens and gets around the goal and makes baskets. But their guard play, the combined 3 of their guards are as good as we'll play, in or outside of our league.
But players only meetings aside, how is this group doing with leadership and that kind of thing?
Trying to teach them. I mean, the thing, leaders are born. I've done this 20 years. You know, my job is to continue to teach them what it means to lead. What it means to lead is serve everyone else. So when someone says there's no leadership, there's no one serving another player on our team. All their emotions are tied to how they're playing. You know, we're trying to do a little thing. Every time down the floor, catch a teammate doing something right and compliment. Well, what does that do? It means you got to peek at the other guy, see how he's playing. And if he does something good, tell him. And get into a habit of watching your team. That's a great screen. Now, we had a couple guys. Now, you haven't said anything. Well, I did. That was three trips ago. Notice your teammate doing something good and talk to him about it. Those are all things, again, when you're dealing with a young team, you're trying to get them out of their mindset and their minds into team. Lose yourself into team. When we do that, you'll start seeing change. Part of that is that mental toughness we talk about. It's also the mental discipline we talk about, that you're focused on everybody else and not your own play.
Were they sort of embarrassed when or if you showed them the clip of Calipari goes diving off the floor and nobody?
No, we showed all 50-50 balls, which the tape went on and on and on and on. And there were times we really tried, and they tried harder. We fought for balls that they still got. So now it becomes, okay, do you get the viciousness that everybody plays this? I think this is all new. You know, when you tell them, there's a couple things I say in the recruiting process. This isn't for everybody. This is the hardest thing you'll ever undertake. You ready? I can't hide you. Not one of you can I hide. So you got to be prepared to come and go to war. This is tough playing here. It's tough. I think they're doing a good job and we'll be fine. But this is the process you go through. And them learning that you got to be ready for a war, man. You got to be jacked. You got to be passionate. And it can't be the coaches. They'd be my staff. They gotta do this. And when you say leadership, that means somebody on the court talking to another guy about being passionate because he's watching. Come on, man, step this up. But when you're worried about your own game and your own emotion, you're never gonna lead. So, let me just say this. I've never coached one guy that walked in was an unbelievable leader. We had to teach him. Every one of them. Most of them were the same thing these guys. They were into their own thing. And I can go right down the line coaching here, and right down the line coaching at Memphis, and right down the line coaching at Massachusetts. Part of what I am supposed to do is teach them all what it means to lead. What that means. We're learning.
John, what did you think about Willie and Kenny Kane exchanging words on the bench? What did that
I didn't
say?
see it, so I don't know what you're talking about, but there were, coaching, I don't know. Was it ugly?
A little bit.
Well, I just wondered, do you like feedback from the players, or are they
I didn't
supposed
see
to
it.
listen?
Well,
and do-
when there's emotion in there, they can come back. They'll come back at times. Better be right, though. Because one thing doesn't lie. What is that, Jerry?
Camera.
It's not lying. They got a tape on that game. So a lot of times guys are just trying to get away from their performance. And that's just say whatever comes out of my mouth to make it not my performance. But that's young guys. Look, this is a great challenge for us. I'm anxious to. We had a good practice yesterday. Guys went really hard, longer than I wanted to. But I just, at this point, there are things that we have to get in. Today will be short and sharp, and we'll get on our way and go to another tough environment for us. And let's see how we perform and what we learned. And this is somebody, I was having coffee in the morning, somebody said, boy, I wouldn't want to be at your practice today. I'm like, why? These are 18, 19, what do you think, I'm going to beat the crap out of them? I mean, I'm coaching, we're showing tape, I'm talking. If I have to get louder, I do. If I don't, I don't. My job is to teach and continue to pick up, and if someone needs addressed in an aggressive way, then I do it. I mean, this is a process. I told them yesterday, I don't want this to be about me and my ego winning or losing. This is about me preparing them to play great and preparing them to be their best. That's what I have to do. And if I stay on that point, we're fine. If I make it about me and if I won as a coach or lost or this guy, look, bottom line is we got outplayed and I got outcoached. Now we march on to the next game. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. All right, guys, I gotta go. Practice.